Okay, so ever find yourself with this problem? Someone asks you, what is it that you do? And you can't find a way to actually say it in a very succinct way. Succinct, I like that word. The problem is you think you need to tell the person, we do this, and we do this. But you don't. You just need to have a, we do this, for this, with this, or by this, or using this, right? And that's called an XYZ statement. We help X achieve Y through Z. Now, I'm going to explain to you how you actually create your own XYZ statement. We're first going to start with, in part 1, defining what an XYZ statement is. Then part 2 of this video, we're then going to actually talk about how you make it so that the person that your service is for is able to identify and say, hey, that service is for me. So they will hear your XYZ statement and say, oh yeah, you're the person I need to speak to. In part 3, we're going to discuss how you reverse engineer your XYZ statement. So let's jump into part 1 first, and let's actually understand what an XYZ statement is.
Do you have an XYZ statement, and how did you come up with it?
XYZ statement. So first of all, shout out to Donnie, shout out to Dave. They were the ones who I learned the XYZ statement from. I always like to credit where it came from. If I learned something, where I learned it from. So an XYZ statement, for people who may not know what that means, is what you do. So I help X do Y through Z. That's what your XYZ statement is. So it's essentially supposed to be a brief, maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds, punchy, concise, straight to the point version of everything that you do. It's like, one of ours is we make high performance websites for high performance businesses, right? Another version of it is we make high performance websites with high level lead generation attraction systems for high performance businesses. It's kind of, what do you do? Who do you do it for? And how do you do it for them? That's essentially the formula. So again, I help X do Y through Z. What do you do? Who do you do it for? And how do you help them do it? Now, the easiest way, in my opinion, for you to come up with your XYZ statement is to look at the problems that you solve and then what solutions match that problem. So, okay, high performance website for high performance business. A high performance business needs a high performance website because that's what they need to do for their business. Same way with a high performance business needs a high level lead generation system because they need automation, they need flows, they need sequences, they need warm up sequences for the people who come in. They need the leads to be upsold. They need the leads to be downsold. They need to have different offers. So all those things, again, that's what allows us to know, okay, cool. What is a way that we do this for this person? And here are the solutions to these problems that this person has. How do we categorize those things with each individual word that allows it to flow and be easily recognizable for the person it's intended for? Because if you say high performance website for high performance business, you need to think, okay, what's a high performance business? Oh, it must be a business that's at least doing well for it to be high performance, right? If you say high level lead generation, okay, cool. It's not just, you're just trying to collect, you need high quality leads, high level conversion. So the website, the lead generation, but then there's a conversion. You're creating conversion systems for the leads that come in, right? Cool. So now at this point, those solutions can now be put together in your XYZ statement. We help X do Y through Z. The solution, the person, how you do it in between. And that is the formula for you to come up with your XYZ statement. I always think it's easier to work backwards from the person you're trying to attract or the person who has a problem you're trying to solve. That's the person you're trying to attract. Now think from the end, what are the problems all the way that they will get to? And then when you start at the end with the biggest, and then you work your way back through to the smaller versions until this point. So you can start here, all the way up until this point is this. Like let's use, I don't want to say iPhone because Samsung Android's better, but let's just say a phone.
Clever Android.
At the end, they need a phone that can go on the internet, take photos, videos, Now, in this case with Samsung, you have language interpretation. So a person can be speaking to you in one language, and then your phone's doing the interpretation in that in your language, so you understand, right? So that's the end. And then you can work your way back to, oh, we just create a phone, to, oh, we'll create a phone with a camera, to, oh, we'll create a phone that can take videos as well as a camera, oh, to the phone with internet. Like, if you think of the iterations over the years of where phones started and where they are at now, and I use that example because everybody has kind of seen it. You went from just having Snake to now you can create Snake on your phone if you wanted to, right? So, yeah.